So I'm on another ride. It's Sunday morning, and this is the River Paillon, which I've just cycled up to. It's a glorious place. It's we are about 20k 20k from the centre of Nice, but it's completely different, and the road is busy though. That's the only thing. I'm on a bridge over the River Paillon, and I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. This river, we can see down here, eventually reaches Nice and comes out on the beach just near the old town in Nice actually, and various rivers join it. There's a bridge here which is has been, either it's collapsed or it's been shelled. I guess it's just collapsed, so I'm on the replacement bridge, and I've got a bit of a history around here because a few years ago, well, more than 10 years ago, I was doing a bit of work for a Scottish guy who owned a property just up the road here, and me and an Aussie guy were helping him clear the land, and all sorts of strange things happened there. I may go into that a bit more. There's a few houses around here. It's extremely green. I mean, you've got to say, look how incredibly green it is. Yeah. Pity about the traffic, really. But, there you go. Okay, so I'll pause it there. So, here I am. I'm a bit further up. I'm climbing the slope up to the village of Pelle. Pelle is a medieval village up here somewhere. I've not done this. Well, I've done it in a car and on a motorcycle, but I've not cycled up it. It's still quite a nice day. A little bit of breeze. I think I'm 375 meters above sea level. There's a huge quarry over there, which is visible basically from Nice, that quarry, and they produce the what do you call it, agglomerates, rock for road building, plus liquid cement, I think, and the liquid cement gets shipped out of Nice on the tankers very regularly, two or three times a week. There's a few houses down here. Oh, this is hard work, this climb. Yeah, so I think I've got 3.5k to go, but more importantly, I'm not sure how much climbing I've got. This is fairly intense, and it looks like it gets steeper, so who knows if I'll make it to Pelle. It's a nice village. I've been there a few times. There's a few good mountain walks starting from there. Like I say, I've never cycled up this one. I think the Paris-Nice came up here this year, maybe. It's quite a regular climb on the Paris-Nice. It's not very long. I think it's 7k long, this climb, but I'll say it's quite intense. So I'll have to see how it goes. So I made it. This is the village of Pelle. There it is over there. I think that's the medieval church in the centre of the screen. And if we pan around here, try not to shake too much, right down there you can see the Mediterranean, and even I can see the observatory of Nice, which is the dome on the hill in front of the sea, the white dome. I'm not sure if it'll come out. So that was a heck of a climb. I'm not sure the altitude here. I think it's around 600 meters, the village, and then the road continues over there in the distance and skirts the hillside and ends up in La Turbie. I'm not sure whether to take that route, because that would actually be something of a shortcut back to Nice, because from La Turbie I can take the Grand Corniche all the way back down into Nice. Not quite sure. I've got to recover from the climb a bit. a sit down. So yeah, that was quite. No, the later part of the climb, once I got into the rhythm of it, was all right. The start. Sometimes I find climbs. It's like when you're hill walking and mountain walking. The first part of the gradient sort of hits you. It's a bit of a shock to the system, and then you get into your rhythm. And you stopped a couple of times for a drink on the way up. It's quite a nice day. There's a little bit of breeze now. I've got a feeling over there it'll be breezy though. I can see a cyclist just coming down there. I've done it on the motorcycle, that route, and yeah, the Paris-Nice has done that a few times, that route, and then they normally race over to La Turbie and then down the Moyen-Corniche into Nice. So if I go that way, I can go and stop in Aise, the village of Aise, another medieval hilltop village, and then head down the Moyen-Corniche or the Grand Corniche. The Moyen-Corniche is not a road I like. It's a 4-lane or 6-lane, whatever, and it's a bit of a racetrack, and it's notoriously dangerous. There's always crashes on the Moyen-Corniche because people just go crazy on there. So I might take the Grand Corniche or even descend to the coast and go along the Basse Corniche. Anyway, just going to recover now. Have a little bit of recovery time, and then I'll probably continue to La Turbie. It seems a shame not to. It's just such a spectacular road. I just hope there's not too much climbing after this. Okay, I'll just pause it there. So here we are. I'm at the other side of Pelle now. So there's the village. Beautiful, huh? And there's a fortification, ruins of a castle, excuse me, a chateau castle at the top. And then this is a monument, I think maybe a monument to the dead of the First World War. There's a statue of a French soldier on the top there. And then this is the route to La Turbie, and it's pretty spectacular. There's a tunnel just here, and then yeah, and I can't remember if I've ever done this even on when I had a motorcycle. I'm not sure I did this far. Definitely been to Pelle before, but not nothing further. And there's a footbridge down there. I think there's a Via Ferrata here. Yeah, you can do a little Via Ferrata climbing if you want. And that's my route over there. And then there's a couple of cars. I can see a parked car over there, and you can see the Mediterranean in the distance. It's not really very clear today. A little bit hazy. It's warm enough. It's not really hot. I don't know what it is today. 24 degrees, 23 maybe. So I'll just continue towards La Turbie. La Turbie, I know I can get water. I just filled up with water. Anyway, there's another cyclist coming down. I've seen quite a lot of cyclists out on the road today. Well, it's a Sunday, so it's a Sunday. That's to be expected. There's a little Cinquecento, and yeah, so this is quite spectacular. And then there's the cyclist just coming through here. Not bad. Okay, I'll pause it there. So we're further down now, heading for La Turbie, which is over there in the centre of the picture, and you can see the tower, which is the triumphal monument of Emperor Augustus, I believe. Was it Augustus? Yes, which is built to celebrate the victory over the local tribes here. And over there, yeah, so that's the Turbie village. This route is quite spectacular. It's very, very mountainous, but it's been reasonably more or less downhill all the way from Pelle, and down there, but out of sight at the moment, is Monaco, and that's the Tête de la Chine, the Dog's Head, the mountain right in the centre with the observatory dome there. So I'm obviously you've got the Mediterranean behind. So yeah, it's quite a nice ride. Not much climbing from Pau. Basically the bulk of the climbing today was the climb up to Pau from the valley. Just pause it. Okay, so here I am taking a short detour to the top of the Tête de Chien, which is the lump of rock, huge lump of rock, just overlooking Monaco and the Mediterranean. So I show the pan round, you can see there's Cap Ferrat, there's Beaulieu, there is Villefranche, and in the background in the distance is very hazy, there's Nice and the airport. Really hazy, not a good visibility day at all, so that's a shame. And it is getting more and more a little bit overcast, and I think if I wander down here, let's see, you don't really want to trip in this place because it's a long way down. And there, down the bottom there, is Monaco, precisely Fontvieille. That is the circus tent in the gardens of Fontvieille, and which is all reclaimed. And there's the Stade Louis II, which is the football stadium, and that's where Monaco plays. And there's a few people around here, not many. And since I've last been here, they've blocked the road, so you cannot drive up here now. You used to be able to drive, but you can cycle because there's a little gap so you can get the bike through. There's Aise, village of Aise in the distance, another perch village. So this is quite a spectacular place, really. And then the other side is sheer cliff drops down towards Monaco. So it's really it dominates the skyline when you're in the port in Monaco. Yeah, so I can see a helicopter taking off or landing there. The heliport is there, and they're incredibly noisy actually, given it's a heliport, but you can get the helicopter direct from there to Nice airport in I think it takes like 15 minutes. Apparently if you've got 4 of you, a group of 4, or I don't know what the maximum is, it's comparable cost to a taxi, and considerably quicker, and statistically considerably probably more dangerous as well. A few years ago one of them crashed into the sea just off Monaco. I believe everybody was dead, everybody was killed. And it's a shame about the visibility, because on a clear day from here you would see Corsica over there, but no chance today. Best time for that is the winter, when you've got a really clear, cold, dry day, and then you'll have good view of the mountains of Corsica. This over here is the observatory. There's a dome, telescope dome, just behind it. You can't see it. I think it's all locked up. You can't get in there. So yeah, that's my ride. So what is it now? It's 20 to 3. I think I started about 10:30. And I've taken my time, but it's been quite a nice ride. And now, more or less, my whole route is flat or downhill. A little bit of uphill after La Turbie, and then I will take the Grand Corniche, I think, which is that road over there, all the way back to Nice. I won't touch the Moyen Corniche because that road is horrible. It's full of really crazy drivers, and the Grand Corniche is smaller and quieter. So I'll probably just take the Grand Corniche back to Nice. Huh? That's not a bad ride. I didn't actually, when I went out this morning, I was just intending maybe just going out to La Trinité or somewhere like that, but in the end I just kept going. And apart from the climb up to the village, it's been a fairly easy day. And that the descent from, or the the traverse from Pell to La Turbie is just so spectacular. I didn't do it justice with the video, but if you're driving or motorcycling or cycling especially, you've got to do that road. It's just so spectacular. And I was just talking to an Irish couple in the village there, and they were saying how amazing the backcountry is here, and it really is. So if people just, people come to the Côte d'Azur and lie on the beach, which I think is a hell of a waste, because there's just some fantastic places to visit. I'm not a beach person. I like walking on the beach, and I'll go for a swim, and I'll be on the beach and off the beach in half an hour, but I can't lie on the beach all day. That would drive me nuts. I'm on the Grand Corniche here, and that over there in the distance is the village of Ez, with the church and the ruins of the chateau high on the hillside. Ez village is incredibly popular with the tourists. I mean, it's got to be one of the most visited places in this part of the world. It gets packed in the summer, and then this area in the foreground is sort of all recent developments. You see the bus coming up there. The Grand Corniche is the highest of the three Corniches. Hi, so the last part of the video got cut off, so I'm back at home now. This is my PC setup here, back in my little office, and yeah, so it was a decent ride in the end. It was 61.5 according to Strava. There you go. And it was 876 meters of ascent. That's my Strava file there. And then what I normally do is I edit together these videos using something called OpenShot. So this is OpenShot, and yeah, so it's quite a reasonable ride. Feeling a bit tired now. I'm having some green tea, some Chinese green tea. There it is. Beautiful stuff. This is some my wife just brought back for me from China. So if you like the video, give it a like, and feel free to comment, ask questions, whatever. Okay, so that's the end of my little video. Okay, well,